Hi there, welcome back to Intensio, and today I want to talk to you about the problem with gaining consciousness. So, these days there are so many options available for people who actually want to work on themselves, to improve their awareness, to increase their consciousness on what is truly happening within their system. And it's a beautiful thing to see. But after a certain while, some people run into a kind of block, into a stop, into a hold. And what actually happens is this: we gain more consciousness by going out of our comfort zone and trying new things, and we become more aware of childhood trauma, emotional and mental patterns, energetic things that are happening to us. But once you have gained consciousness on what is truly happening within your system, you also have to do something with it. And this is actually where people can get stuck, even temporary or for a very long time. So increasing your consciousness on what is happening inside your system actually gives you a lot of power to change how you are experiencing your reality. It gives you the power to change the patterns, to release the trauma, to work on going outside of your comfort zone and creating truly transformative changes. But with this power comes great responsibility. I know it's a kind of a boring superhero reference, but it's actually very true. Because you cannot unknow what you have learned. Once you have tasted chocolate, you cannot say, okay, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and not know the taste of chocolate any longer. It's impossible. It's a path of growth. It's a path of expansion. And you cannot just turn backward and forget things of or not know things. You can repress them, you can ignore them, you cannot deal with them, but you cannot unknow them. Okay, so let's have a look at the cooperation between consciousness, responsibility, and power. And let's say you are working on your consciousness. You are becoming more aware of what you are doing actually is reflected by what happens in your life. So life is inside out. You are a creator. But once you start realizing this, it becomes scary, because that means that if you change something, your reality will change. People will change. Maybe your job will change. Maybe your sport will change. Your hobbies will change. Your friends will change. So all this change, you can become fearful of it, and you can actually not act on the consciousness you have gained and say, you know what, I'm just going to work on myself and go on another path and try to gain more consciousness. Well, you're kind of digging your own grave right here. You see where this is going. You are gaining more awareness and more consciousness, but if you are not putting it into your life, if you are not integrating what you have learned, you are not actually moving forward. And you can go from meditation to yoga to plant medicine to breath work to anything there is out there. But if you are not actually changing what you are doing in daily life by the knowledge you have gained, by the awareness you have increased, nothing is actually changing. There is also the other way around. There are people who are not consciously working on increasing their consciousness much, but they are moving forward in life like a rocket. They are really going really fast. And that's beautiful to see, because that means that once they have gained a bit of consciousness of what they can change in their system, they immediately see it as a place of power and take the responsibility to change it. So you don't actually have to do lots and lots and lots of consciousness increasing work to really make changes in your life and to move forward and to get new results, to experience life in a different way, because you can gain consciousness, integrate it, gain consciousness, integrate it. Or you can go, hey, gain more consciousness, more consciousness, more consciousness, more consciousness, more consciousness, but I'm not integrating any of this in my life, so you're staying here. Okay, so let's have a look at the second part, which is responsibility. The interesting thing of taking responsibility for your own life is actually giving you a lot of power, because it's you saying, hey, you know what? I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible for my results. I'm responsible for what my life looks like right now. My relationships, my health, my finances, everything is my doing. It's not my fault, it's my doing. And if you do not take this responsibility, if you do not move it towards yourself, chances are you are actually taking responsibility for what society expects from you, or what your family expects from you, or whoever you have in a place of power above yourself, in a place of authority over you. And it's not taking responsibility for yourself. It's being responsible for the life of others, or what others are expecting from you. You are living death. You are not living from the inside out. And I just realized I said you're not living that, not dead, but it may actually be like being dead, because where are you then? Where are you the moment that you do not take responsibility for your own life and living your life? You have this life one single time, this specific one. So you better live it. It's worth living it. So the interesting thing is they go hand in hand again. If you do not take responsibility for your life as the creator of your life, you are not in a place of power to do anything about it. But it also works on consciousness. Because if you say, you know what, I'm responsible, this is my life, this is my creation, this is my circumstances. These are the results of what I am doing every single day. You may also actually turn your view from outside inward. And this is very important for gaining consciousness, because you are actually opening your inner eye. And you are actually saying, you know what, if I am responsible, please let me see, let me understand, let me know from a deeper perspective, what am I doing? Then it's actually interesting to gain more consciousness. If you are not taking the responsibility, gaining consciousness is kind of useless. All right, so the last part is power. And power is really your ability to move forward, to take steps, to make changes, to do differently. And if you do not let this move hand in hand with consciousness, you can do a lot of things, but you are actually acting out from your patterns, from your trauma, from what society has told you, from your beliefs, which may or may not be false, from being stuck in thoughts, being stuck in emotions, being stuck in any of your bodies. So it's not pure. It's not true. It's not who you truly are, but you are actually acting it out. So if you have a lot of power in your system, but you do not work consciously on your consciousness, that may actually not work out very well in your life. So you may do a lot, but not get the results you really want from life. And power and responsibility, again, they very much go hand in hand, because if you work very hard, show a lot of strength, show a lot of steps moving forward, but you are not taking the responsibility to do it for yourself, you are doing it for someone else. And something in my view, we actually see this quite a lot, is with our jobs. So I worked in secondary schools for 12 years, and I really enjoyed my time there, especially the last few years. But you know, the thing is, I have worked so hard for what I thought was right, for what I thought should be how I should teach. And the reason I'm saying the last few years were actually quite amazing for me was because I actually turned it inward. I took the responsibility of, you know what, I want to teach the way I want to teach. Not the way I've been taught by my studies, not the way that it should be from the book. No, it's also my personal expression and creativity of who I really am. So I'm going to teach my way. And something actually way more beautiful happened and got created in my classroom and outside, inside the school, where I also had a lot of freedom to do this. And it was beautiful. So power is amazing if you know where to put your power, where to put your energy, where to put your strengths, where to make the steps, and really do it from a place of responsibility for who you truly are. So this is what I also try to do with my Akashic Record session. I help people to gain more consciousness of what is really happening, on what blocks and restrictions there are in their system, and always end up with which actions they can take in daily life to change the pattern, to go through the block, to move forward so they can create a new experience in their life. I thank you so much for watching this. And if you liked it, hit the like button. You can also subscribe to my channel and have a look at my website for more information on the work that I do. For now, have a beautiful day, and I wish you a lot of love. Ciao.